Hey everybody, it's Molly. It is about, it's almost midnight, and I am on here doing something to reach out to you people. And I gotta tell you, it has been a heck of a week, okay? A heck of a week. And my brain just doesn't want to think about anything too smart, for lack of a better word. So, I thought that we would keep this kind of light tonight, and I would tell you guys some things that I love about Avon and being an Avon representative. Things that kind of mean something to me, things that maybe you can't really see now, but you know what, as you further yourself in your Avon career, some of these things you're going to think are probably really stupid, but I have to tell you, you know, sometimes it's just the little things, you know. People say, well, Molly, you know, right now, what do you love about Avon? And I'm like, the money. I love the money. Number 2, I love the money. Number 3, did I say I love the money? The money's good. Now, the money hasn't always been good. The money at first was kind of like, seriously? This is all? But I had seen other people's paychecks, and I knew if I stuck with it long enough and worked hard enough that I could have a check that I was really proud of. And now I do. I mean, it's not a Lisa Wilbur paycheck yet, but I'm working on it. But the money is great because, you know, I've heard it say over and over again that, you know what, in the beginning of a business like this, as with any business, but especially ours, with all the work and the effort that you put into it, in the beginning you are grossly underpaid for what we do. And believe me, we do a lot as leaders and we do a lot as salespeople. We all know that. But there's going to come a time, if you stick it out and you keep working your business, that you are going to be grossly overpaid. Overpaid. Can you imagine? Grossly overpaid? Now, look, I'm not grossly overpaid yet, but I'm working on it. But I gotta tell you, I am definitely paid enough money for what I'm doing now, and I can't wait to be making Lisa Wilbur money. I think that would be absolutely awesome. So the money is great. Let me think. Now, I understand some of this stuff is off the top of my head. Okay. I like being able to once a week come up to another state, because I live in Maryland and I am in Delaware today, and I am in Delaware most of the time once a week because we recruit and we advertise up here and we sign up new representatives up here and we meet with our team up here. But I get to come up here and I get to stay in this awesome hotel room, Dover Downs, which also has a really awesome casino downstairs, and anybody who knows me knows that when I can play the slot machines, I love to play the penny slots. So that was something that I could never do before, and for people who don't like to play the slots, hey, it's all good. But you know, it's kind of a relaxing thing for me. I like all the little bonuses and stuff, so I get to do that, and I get to come up here with Mary Ann, and we have a really good time. And it's a little laid back, and sometimes it's crazy because sometimes we're working more than normal, but it's okay because I'm the one who decided I wanted to come up here. Another thing I love is working in my jammies. Working in my jammies. Have you ever seen my Monday Morning Motivation? I get to work in my jammies. Okay, so like, let's talk about this. So Monday morning and every other morning, most people are getting up to their clocks at 4:30 in the morning, maybe 5, but they're getting up and they're like, oh my gosh, I didn't get to bed till midnight. Now for me, I can go to bed at midnight and I can go to bed at 1 o'clock in the morning. And I don't have to get up at 5 o'clock. I don't have to get up at 4:30. I make my own schedule. It's awesome! I stay in my jammies till 9 in the morning if I want to. You know, I have the luxury now in my business that my boys are grown and they're out doing their own thing on their own. But if I want to have a paperwork morning and I want to call leads or call my team or do emails or whatever I want to do, my office is based in my home, and I can have 2 or 3 cups of coffee or hot chocolate, and I can get my awesome husbandly bib to build me a fire when it's nice and chilly outside. And who would have thunk it? I mean, really, that I could sit at home while everybody else is fighting rush hour traffic, and a lot of those people, I'm making more money than them, so I make it twice as good, and I can be in my jammies if I want to be. I love that. I love that, okay? So we love the money. I love being able to stay in my jammies when I want to. Okay, the people that you meet. The people that you meet because of Avon. Oh my gosh, really? I mean, I have never met so many different personalities in all my life. In all my life. I mean, the people that I have met, I mean, gosh darn, they're just remarkable people. Some of them are fun. Some of them are weird. Some of them are crazy. You know who you are. Some of them are creepers. You know who they are too. And mostly, you know what? They're all like brothers and sisters. And it is remarkable that because we end up having so much in common, that we can gripe at each other, we can listen to each other, we can raise each other up, we can laugh at each other. We laugh about our customers, we laugh about our downlines, we laugh about our uplines, for those of us who have them. It's just such a personable business to be in. You know, I mean, think about the customers. You know, I can remember when Ray Penn was alive, and I would get a customer and something would happen, and I would have to call him, Ray, you're not going to believe what happened at this customer's house when I was delivering the order. And I mean, we would laugh and laugh and laugh. You know how it is. Okay, let's be for real, right? Okay, so like, you know, when one calls and you always know who she is because of her voice. I mean, do y'all have one who like calls and leaves their order twice? Like twice, right behind each other, like because they think I'm not going to get it the first time or something, right? Okay, trying to think if that's my fault or their fault. But needless to say, I have one of those. Bless her heart. I have one of those that she will call, hey Molly, this is Mara Hawkins. I wanted to leave my order with you. It's campaign 21, item number 143261, and that would be the electric toenail clippers. Just saying, you know. That is $9.99. One, please. Thank you. Again, this is Mara Hawkins. Okay. Click. She leaves it. Phone rings 2 minutes later. I have to tell you, in the beginning of my Avon career, because she was one of my first customers, I would be like, what is wrong with this woman? Now, I kind of use it for entertainment. It's great. You know, you're kind of like, wait for it. Wait for it. Here she comes. And the phone rings again, and there she is. You know, sure shot bet that you're going to win. So the customers can be great, whether they're entertaining or a little bit irritating, but you know what, one thing's for sure, they were part of the enjoyable part of this to make money, and to show me what I could do, and to teach me more about dealing with the public, and you know, what a great opportunity all the way around. So you know, we have great customers, we have the money, we have jammies, and then I think about, what has Avon done for me? Why do I love it? Because, you know, I sit here and I make these videos for you, and sometimes I don't even recognize the person who's staring back at me. 8.5 years ago, when I started this, you know, you guys, most of you, all of you, if you're watching this, you've definitely seen my story or heard it. And, you know, I could have never seen myself doing anything like this. I could have never seen myself even having anything to say that anybody would want to hear. And I realized that somewhere along my long journey that, God somewhere gave me a gift that for some reason, some crazy reason, there are people out there who want to listen to my crazy ass, and I don't even know why, but they do, and that's okay, because if it helps them or it encourages them, that's what it's all about. So, for me, it kind of opened up a lot of paths for me. Yeah, the money's great, believe me. I love the newfound freedom that I'm having at being senior executive. It was great as executive. I didn't stay AUL a long time, but I can remember the jump in pay there, and that was good. But lifelong friends, and what it does to change your life. The ability for me to give back to people, to give back to the community, maybe in one way or another. But for me to be able to take somebody who was like me or in a similar or worse situation and be able to say, let me tell you about this Avon thing. Let me tell you how it can change your life if you were looking for a change. Let me tell you that if you tell me what you're looking for, I guarantee you that I can figure out how Avon can help you get that. Whether it has something to do with you in your personal life, or whether it's something that you want. Man, I just think that's amazing. It's amazing. So, I have the freedom to go and do what I want to do. I don't have to worry about working drastic overtime. And look, don't misunderstand me. I work really, really hard. I work so much at this Avon thing that my family gets a bit perturbed at me because I work so much. Now, right now, I have a real need to work because I have goals that I have to meet personally, that what I know I have to make. So don't be fooled and think that senior executive is like going to be the end of all. It's how big of a senior do you want to be? That is going to be, okay, this is how much I want to make. You have to figure it out, because when you get to senior, you still have to work hard. You have to become stable. You have to mentor a lot of people so that they will keep doing what you're doing, duplicating yourself, basically. So that's a good thing. But I work really hard, and sometimes I have to miss events in my family's lives because I have something, a prior engagement to do with Avon or with my team or whatever it may be, or something I've committed to. And, and I just believe that this company is just a godsend for a lot of people, and it definitely was with me. It's nice to be able to say that I can go when I want to go, that I don't have to count the dollars now and go, well, baby, you want to go get something to eat at Cracker Barrel? No, wait a minute, we got to go to McDonald's and we got to order off the dollar menu because we don't have enough money. Sometimes people say that that's easy to take for granted. I don't, because it is so awesome to be able to look at an Applebee's, or look at Texas Roadhouse, or look at a Cracker Barrel, and say to myself, no problem, I can afford that. That I'm not eating off the dollar menu anymore at McDonald's. So look, I like the dollar menu. It's all good, man. My kids used to love the dollar menu. But I don't have to. No, look, I'm not at Ruth Chris material yet. I always say, you hear my spiel. Do you want to make Happy Meal money, Texas Roadhouse money, or Ruth Chris money? I'd love to make Ruth Chris money. Doesn't mean I'm going to eat there all the time, but it certainly is nice to go to Texas Roadhouse or any place else that, I would like to go. So, it has definitely expanded my horizons. And I know a lot of people probably say, Molly, I don't get what the big deal is with that, but when you come from a place that you couldn't do that you always had to say no when people would ask you, You would make up excuses for why you couldn't go because you didn't want to say that you didn't have money. You didn't want everybody picking up the bill for you because that made you feel worse. Yeah, I've been there. Yeah, that was me. You don't forget stuff like that. And if you do, you forget where you came from, then you know what? You don't seem to enjoy where you're going in the future. So, you know, the newfound freedom with Avon has been something that's been a long time coming. And it's nice that when somebody needs help or somebody says, Molly, I want to know how to do this, that I don't have to schedule it around my job anymore. Because I got rid of that thing, you know. I know people say, isn't what you do now a job? God, you know, I guess, but it doesn't feel like a job. Do I get tired? I do. But, you know, I make my hours. I help who I want to help. I decide how late I'm going to work. And I still grin about it. Every single day I grin about it. I just never thought I'd have this kind of freedom. I mean, it's not all financial. It's just to be able to have the choices that you can make in your life. I don't have to look at my schedule and say, well, I have to be here for my job on these days. Or I can't go to this, I can't do any of this. Or, you know, I can't work my Avon business. I can't do this. It's so great to be able to say, I can't do this because I'm helping somebody start their own business here. So I have to do that, but I'm available after that. It's a different feel than to say I'm going to my 9 to 5 to do the same old thing than to say I'm going here at 1 o'clock because I'm going to help somebody get a new lease on life. I'm going to help somebody get a new vehicle. I'm going to help somebody be able to take their kids to get a Happy Meal. And that's the best thing in the world. That's the best thing in the world. And I know for me it always comes back to leadership, but that's my passion. My passion in all this is Avon leadership and showing as many people as I can how Avon can change their lives. How being part of this club, being part of this environment that we have can change people's lives. Now, there's some people I've met, and I won't, you know, I won't say their names, but their initials are Jeanette Pulley and Teresa Paul, who are very bad influences, okay? Very bad. They are creepers, okay? They're like this, see? The creepers, always watching what I'm doing. Yeah. You gotta watch them. Because if you get a healthy dose of them, you just don't know what you're gonna do without them after that. And I can pick on them and I can call them names and do what I want to, but you know, the joy is being able to talk to them or pick up the phone or Facebook them or whatever I need to do. These are people who've come into my life, and you know, there's a vast amount of knowledge out there in Avon when you get to know a lot of these people. Get to know your Avon brothers and sisters. This is not a competition. And if it is a competition, it's a healthy competition. I mean, everybody likes to be number 99 instead of 100, you know. That's healthy. But think about it. Unlimited income. You don't have to say, well, you know what, the cap out on this job is $30,000 or $40,000. No, the cap out is, how far do you want to go? How many people do you want to help? How much in total unit sales do you want to have? What is your goal? So you get to make your goals. Somebody's not making your goals for you. You get to have your dreams. And you know what? I had forgotten how to dream. I had forgotten how to dream. And man, you guys watch it. I'm always dream board alerting, dream board alert. Look at this room. Look at this place. It is so freeing to be able to say, this this is something that one day I hope to be a part of. And yeah, I know I put like 18,000 fireplaces on Facebook because I'm a fireplace fanatic. But you know what? I could have a fireplace in every room, and I would be happy with that, okay? And then the other house that I'm going to own, I could have one in all those rooms too. And why not have one beside the pool, and why not have one on the porch? And by the way, if we have a cookout area over there, why not have one there too? So yeah, so that happens to be one of my things. I like fireplaces. So when you see things like that, my dream board, you know, the inspiration, the idea of being able to dream and being able to do what I want to do. You know, there's coming a day when I hope that I am going to be grossly overpaid for what I do. But I hope that in the midst of me trying to get there, that I have a gross amount of paying it forward to anybody who needs something from me. Whether it's the little bit of knowledge I feel like I have here, what's worked for me, because look, the way I do it doesn't mean that's the way it's done. It just means it's some of the things that's worked for me. But one thing that nobody can say, everybody knows how much I love what I do. I love this company. I love everything about it. I love being in my jammies all the time when I can be. I love the fact that with everything that's gone on with my husband's vision and the fact that he is losing his sight a little every day, that I can make that situation as easy on him as I can, and that he can travel with me so that when I'm out there on the road or I'm out there traveling somewhere, that while he has his vision, he can go anywhere with me that I need him to go. And he's not missing 1 mile of our journey, of our experience. And who can say that? Who can really say that? Most of the time, the wife is off doing whatever because the husband's out and he's working another job because they're just trying to make ends meet. And I'm able to take my husband and try to make ends meet together with me. And I think that's awesome. So I want you guys to, you know, after all this, I want you to think about, what is it that you love about Avon? What do you love? What has it brought to you? What are you looking for it to bring you? You know, share it with me. You know, put it on my Facebook. You know, send me a private message. Email me, whatever. I mean, I want to hear it. I want to see it, you know. When you're visiting my inspiration page, you know what? You know, drop off a picture in there. Send it to me so that I can do it if you can't. You know, I want to see other people's dreams too and see what is Avon making happen for you. What is it changing in your life? How is it changing you as a person? Because God knows every day that I get up, there's a little bit more change going on with me. And I keep feeling like it's for the better. And one of the things for me is this, what I'm doing right now. This is almost therapy for me to be able to celebrate with like-minded people how this is for me, and the fact that, you know what, I just love Avon and all it's done for me. And I'd like to think I've done a lot for Avon too, you know, and I look at a lot of people who have come before me, and they have, you know, they have whittled that path and they have cleared it to give us a clear, concise way to show us how we can run our businesses in all different aspects of it successfully. So pay attention to what people have to say out there. There is no right or wrong, people, you know. It's just which avenue is going to work better for you. What stoplight are you turning out? You know, where are you stopping to fill your tank up when you're feeling like you're on empty? That's what it's about. So have a great Avon day. I'm not going to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning because I'll be sleeping, and I will be in my jammies drinking lots of coffee in the morning because I do have to go home and work in the morning. I have to go back to Maryland. I have some orders to deliver like the rest of you, but boy, it's great. I can do it on my time. You need to really take this Avon thing seriously because your time, you say who, you say when, you say why, you say where. Only with Avon can this happen, where you can have this much fun and make this much money. I'll talk to you guys later. You have a wonderful rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.